Hello, this is the Blimey Cow YouTuber. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be watching Messy Monday's 20 words that are misused and abused. I'll be watching that, commentating on it, and then reading some of the comments under it. So without any further ado, let's just get right into this.
Okay guys, if this coin lands on heads, we're gonna talk about Obama. If it lands on tails, we're gonna talk about Romney. Okay, here we go. Oh well, guess I get to talk about whatever I want to.
What's that? This is a zero-sided coin.
So it turns out that there are tons of words that people use incorrectly like every day. And the main offenders are ordinary 21st century morons like you and I mean,
It's based.
So here are some of the most used and abused words for your consideration. Love. This poor word has been relegated to describing people's feelings toward Justin Bieber, ice cream, and their new boyfriend or girlfriend that they've only had for 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, love is arguably too broad. I don't know. We used to have more words for love, and then we've kind of started to disuse most of them.
Like. If love is the new like, then like is the new crush. Let me explain.
Like is the new
So, what'd you think about that girl you met at the party? Oh, she was cool. I mean, I didn't really get to talk to her that much, but I mean, I liked her. Oh, you liked her? I knew you liked her! Yeah, no, what? I barely even talked to her. I didn't even catch her name. I mean, she was cool, though. Oh, you thought she was cool!
I mean, how else would you take the word like to mean in that? I don't know. I just can't see. I mean, maybe this just shows that I'm indoctrinated into thinking of the word like in those terms. But I can't see saying I like a girl without that being what it is. Without that meaning that I have a crush on her. I mean, yeah, I can't think of any exceptions to that.
How else are we supposed to explain our positive feelings for someone if we're too scared that someone else is gonna read into it?
Why do you care what someone reads into it? If it's not true, you don't need to get defensive over it.
You read into it! Awesome! The word means something that inspires awe. Let's think about the last few times I used the word awesome. New Taylor Swift CD? Awesome. Taylor Swift coming to Nashville in September? Awesome! Taylor Swift broke up with that Kennedy boy? Awesome! Wow, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. Oh, yeah, awesome's overused. For sure.
Basically, don't use the word awesome unless there are tears streaming down your face because whatever you're talking about is that amazing. Like when I saw As Cities Burn at Cornerstone 2005. The tears, that was something which inspired awe. That was awesome. Hilarious. If the story that you just told me is so hilarious, then why do you have to tell me that the story was hilarious?
Because you weren't there and it didn't hit like it did when you were telling it. It doesn't hit. It's not as funny secondhand. But if I tell you a story that's hilarious and you don't laugh, I'm going to assume that something was lost in translation, and I'm going to feel like, okay, that may not have sounded hilarious, but it was hilarious. You'd have had to have been there. Geography joke.
You know, I'm not so sure that your story was funny at all, because actions speak louder than words. Insane. Wow, your night on the town should have been admitted into a mental institution. Now that would have been insane.
I mean, let's be honest here. If someone describes their night in town as insane, I'm gonna have to go with they're probably being correct. They probably did some insane, stupid stuff. Assuming we both have the same understanding of what someone means by a night on the town.
Best friend. All of the friends are the best one.
Yeah, I think I've said before, I don't have a problem having an actual best friend and having my other friends know that one of them is my best friend and the others are just other good friends. I think part of it was I had that back like a few years ago, well, quite a few years ago at this point, my best friend told me that I wasn't his best friend, but we were just good friends, and I'm like, oh, okay. It's not the end of the world for you to not be someone's best friend.
Epic. Do you know why this thing that happened is epic? Because I said the word epic. If everything is epic, then nothing is epic.
Yeah. Look, I get overusing words kind of destroys language. But at the same time, well, at the same time, I guess hyperbole and sarcasm and lightities and whatnot are all part of language as well. So, riddle me that one, Batman.
Text. Used to be a noun, now it's a verb. Legit. Legitimate basically just means lawful. So think about that every time you use the word legit. Dude, look at the new rims you got on your car! That is lawful! Food.
I always think of hipster Josh saying that is lawful whenever I think of the word legit now. That's ever since I saw this the first time, that's always stuck in my head.
Isn't it pretty sad that we have to specify when we're talking about healthy food? And we wonder why the average American is 500 pounds.
Oh, my bad that all food isn't healthy. But what did you expect? You expect all food... Of course all food isn't going to be equally healthy. And just because something isn't healthy doesn't mean it shouldn't be in your diet. Because well, I mean, where does it end? Because health food is... The healthiness of foods is on a spectrum. It's not like, oh, these foods are healthy and these ones are unhealthy. There's a scale. And if you're going to say that you should only eat healthy foods, then why not say that you should only eat the healthiest food? And if you only eat the healthiest food, you're not going to have a balanced diet and you're going to die within a week. Not a week. But still. So yeah. Also, probably the obesity rates in the States are much more attributable to lack of exercise and active lifestyle.
War! What's that? Unrest in the Middle East? Let's throw a war at it! Music! Because I refuse to live in a world where Nicki Minaj counts as music.
That's fair.
photographer. Just because I have a kitchen does not mean that I'm a chef. But hey, I just love for you to check out the food that I make in my kitchen. I mean, I put together some peanut butter and jelly, cereal, toast. I've imported some orange juice. I'm really proud of my work. Coffee.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know if photographer is overused. I don't feel like I've seen a lot of people describe themselves as a photographer unless they're actually a photographer. But maybe that used to be a thing more than it is now, or maybe it's a thing. Maybe it's something you'd have to be around people once or twice in your life in order to observe.
Used to be a drink, now it's a social statement.
Is it? I mean, I guess. And of course, this is a good opportunity to bring up hipster Josh.
Just clocked out at Starbucks. Loitering is hard work.
Starving!
As I said that, I realized that before I said hipster Josh when I was referring to YOLO Josh. So that's my bad.
American hyperbole at its most pure. Twilight.
Again, hyperbole is a part of language.
This used to be a really pleasant word that described a time of day. And now?
I am a vampire.
And I'm a wolf. Time to make up your mind, Bella. Do you want him or me? Bearing in mind that I'm your best friend.
What? Bella, you told me I was your best friend.
Not.
Twilight, is that the name of that? Whatever. I mean, oh, this is a new one. Very good one. What was I saying? Twilight? It's that show with, like, the... What is it with girls and, like, vampire movies anyways? Like, what the heck? What was I on about? Twilight. I mean... You just say evening. It's kind of the same thing. I don't know. I don't know enough about such things.
Nazi. So, Nazis are these horrible people that hate Jewish people, mentally handicapped people, and black people. And we just go and assign the word Nazi to a bunch of random stupid things.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and a bunch of people that don't fit that term. Nazi is overused. And the problem with overusing words that are, like, actually serious, like that, is that you destroy a term that can actually be used to, I don't know, that can actually be used for important purposes.
Sorry, I hate to be a grammar Nazi, but it's Mumford & Sons, not son.
Literally. Literally does not mean, hey, pay attention to my hyperbole. What I'm saying is serious. It literally means that what you are saying literally happened.
The concert was so good that I literally died.
Wow, I am so sorry to hear that. When's the funeral?
Huh?
Bet.
Because they pointed that out, I have always been bugged every time. I always notice every time they say literally now. I'm like, you say that word's misused and abused. Why are you using it when it's not literally meaning what you're saying? So yeah, be careful when you put something like this out, because chances are you do the same things.
Best. Worst. Every movie I like is the best movie ever. And every movie I hate is the worst movie ever. There is no middle ground. I exist only in extremes. Ironic. This word does not mean that my name is Ronick, and it doesn't mean coincidence either. It means saying something that means the opposite of what you're actually saying.
I'd have to actually look up the definition of ironic for that. You know what? I'm gonna actually do that. Okay, so yeah, ironic does basically mean literally the opposite of what you're saying. So they got that one. I mean, I guess in that sense it's overused, but honestly that's probably an outdated definition at this point. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm gonna go look at some of the comments now, just after I play that end credit thing.
The end. Alright guys, heads, I'm gonna stop abusing these words, and tails, I'm gonna continue down my current path. Heads. Best 2 out of 3. Heads. 3 out of whatever. Heads. Oh.
I've done that before.
Seriously, I'm getting heads every time. I could care less. And we wonder why.
So yeah, he doesn't want to stop using those words incorrectly either. Anyways, though, I'm gonna go and look at some of the comments now. Alright, so I've gone ahead and picked out a few comments, so I'm just gonna go through and read them now. Alright, first of all, at Rachel Shields 7317 says, I love this. This is literally like the most legit episode ever. So hilarious. I'm totally going to text my best friends to tell them about how epic this is. You have awesome taste. Twilight is literally the worst movie ever. I thought it was insane when everyone else loved it. P.S. Not to be a grammar Nazi, but people on the internet, like on here, so need to learn to use legit punctuation. I mean, depending on what grammar rules you follow, I see punctuation issues with your own statement there, but there's a couple other comments like that, basically using or misusing or using all the words in the video. I'm just highlighting that one. Next, at the Musician Man 692 says, your rendition of Twilight had one flaw, as it was flaw. Kristen Stewart doesn't have that many facial expressions. I'm guessing Kristen Stewart is an actor in the Twilight movies. At the Duchess and K 2280 says, another misused word is sick. That new car is sick. That new song is sick. Don't you think that's a bit unhealthy to misuse the word? I don't know. I mean, people, I guess at some point people are just gonna use words to mean whatever they want to, and sometimes that just has to be okay. Sometimes you can't control that. And at Giotsnaja 3734 says, OCD is abused a lot too. Yeah, I guess OCD, I mean, I've seen, like, OCD is usually referred or used to refer to just anybody who likes things like, I don't know, organized, I guess. But it's more than that, and it's not how people usually use it. I wouldn't say OCD is abused, I'd say it's misused. I mean, I don't really understand the distinction there. I feel like abused would be like, yeah, I don't even know how you could abuse a word. Anyways, that's all my thoughts for that video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.